Hello everybody, welcome back, and here's part 2 of F-Zero X. This time we're going to be doing the Queen Cup. So, everyone should be all set to start the first course of Queen Cup. And so, we will go on 1. 3, 2, 1.
I'm not a queen at this, I promise.
I'll be the king of the next one.
Yeah. Oh, you say that. This is when it
no
gets
jokes.
interesting.
No jokes. No jokers. Oh, puns. Welcome to the next F-Zero X-Rays post-commentary part 2. And I missed that DTD. There's actually a really quick dive here in this track. Even though it doesn't look like there's any parts where you can sail off, there's one part where you can, just for a brief moment, and you can get a bunch of extra speed. But it's a little tricky to do. I don't even know if I do it.
Yeah.
I might try and then die. If that's the case, then 5, 4, 3.
It's like you remember. It's like you remember when everything
never mind.
happens. Oh, or maybe not. Like,
no, I don't remember everything.
I was about to say it's like we raced this the other night.
Yeah.
We got I got good long-term memory. Short-term though, nope.
I've mostly been doing other races with other people, and needless to say, I haven't been doing too hot because going against people who are better at older platform games compared to me, who is really only good at anything PS1 or newer.
Yeah. Okay. My
I'm
generation
better
is
at the 3D
also
stuff.
in that area.
Yeah.
I think in my case, I'm probably better at the classics as well. They are a little more for my generation at the time.
Yeah, like for me, like I said, I grew up a PlayStation 1 kid, so that's where most of my familiarity comes from. And even though I still did mostly car stuff, there's probably a few games in there that if we ever race something from that area, I imagine I wouldn't be coming last in all of them.
Dang. By the way, you weren't far from me on that one.
No, I wasn't.
Half a second.
I mean, I came third in the Crash Bandicoot race, and beating out someone who's a lot more experienced with the game. Although he was really climbing at the end, but he lost too much time, and I was able to get that one checkpoint to beat him, and he didn't get to it. So I was like,
wow,
so
nice.
I'm thinking in my head. It sucks to be you, Paris.
Spyro at some point.
Spyro 3, I did a race with other people. I didn't do too hot because I didn't grow up with Spyro as much as other people did. Like, I played a bit of it, but I never could get really far, especially because with Spyro 3, I didn't have a genuine copy as a kid. It was some really bad pirated disc where it would tell you cannot access this part because this is a pirated game. So I'm thinking, so yeah, I never really could get far with that game basically. So there's a lot. So playing the game years later without any of that issue, and I was like, Jesus, I really missed out a lot. So yeah, there was a lot.
There was I recently got them myself as well. Well, not recently, a couple of years ago. There was a crazy sale. I think it's like a bunch of the games were like for $1 on the PlayStation networks. I have like $6. I'll get 6 games. Yay!
Okay, I think I know why I'm getting such slow times. It's obviously, like, I'm no match for Medi as long as he's using that very fast car.
Well, I think the thing too is it depends on this. It also depends on the settings you use for your car. Like in certain tracks, it's better to have certain like settings for excel on top, or more excel or more top speed. It does actually help quite a bit, and you know, not every vehicle drives the same way. So
well, when you want to go for a slider acceleration, you go all the way acceleration, like all the way, and almost once you get down the main strats for each track, almost every single track uses slider settings. I think there's only 2 or 3 that don't.
Yes, but yeah, the only reason I used James McLeod throughout the entire thing was it's the one I just tested it. I was like, you know, I'm pretty comfortable using this one. I'll just stick with it and it worked out for me. So.
Oh yeah. I do like using the Blue Falcon in one particular track just because I have a good amount of control over it, and it's probably one of the one of the past world champions actually used the Blue Falcon in this particular track, and then I tried it for fun, and I just really like playing as the Blue Falcon in that particular track, and I played that particular track so much to get the time I wanted with it. And then a new strat was discovered that skips a whole chunk of it, and then I was like, oh, there goes mine.
Yeah.
I played so much that day.
So how did you record your F-Zero X videos, MIDI? Like, what were you using?
I think I was I think I was just using XSplit.
Oh, I was using OBS, so similar.
Yeah, I primarily use OBS.
I have both OBS and XSplit. I just haven't really used XSplit in a while. The one time I did use it for one race though. I used it for the this race I did with Manic, where we did RC Revenge Pro on the PS2, and
is that for the Games Raced Awfully channel?
Yeah, I did. I used XSplit for that one because it works better with my Elgato compared to OBS for some reason. So I just recorded that, and the video came out perfectly fine. So I just use XSplit if I need to, but I usually use OBS otherwise.
Yeah, I think I tried installing OBS at one point, though for some reason, well, I guess I just don't know it very well, but I think there's something else I need to install that I don't have or something like that to get it to work.
Oh God,
I think I got an error.
I'm gonna crash myself. I nearly wrecked myself in that one.
If I recall correctly, I do wreck myself here.
Oh, we'll see. It's right there.
Whoa.
Oh, maybe not.
Wow, that was a close call, Eddie.
Jesus.
Right. And then I derp right here.
Well,
oops.
Kaboom.
I see. You ran out of fuel. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said,
and then I hit a wall.
I mean, it's still interesting to show it off. I mean, despite the fact that you'd retired most of the time, you showed what you can do if you're experienced enough. But for me, it's like when you're in a race, your mind goes crazy. You feel like your body makes you feel like you gotta go as fast as you can, and that usually means you're not as fluent, and that causes more mistakes, if anything. I find
consistency has never been my strongest trait.
So yeah.
Until I play for an hour.
So I imagine you were playing the Wii Virtual Console version, right, Gold?
Yes, I was.
And yeah, I was just playing it on the latest Project 64 emulator at the time.
Same, I think.
I usually always use Project 64 for N64 games. It used to be a lot of people used to use it a lot back then. These days, it's pretty much like still the best option for most cases because. What is the current version? I think it's like 2.2 or something. Ever since I got to like version 2, the compatibility and the fixes and all the other stuff, it just went way up. Like still one of the most funniest things I remember about it is as much as bad of a game as it is, and I don't see anyone ever wanting to race it for good reason. I remember an older version of Superman 64 on Project 64, or not older version of the game, just an older version of the emulator, sorry. The sky used to be a bright pink, which is not correct. And then the next version comes out, it was like 1.7 or something, and then they actually fixed it to the proper color and you died again.
Yep. Spy World!
Yeah, I just thought it was hilarious because I was thinking, Jesus, why did they have a game with a pink sky? Because I didn't know anything about the game being bad because I was still like not even 13 probably, and I didn't know. And you know, there's a lot of things I didn't know because I didn't grow up. Like I said, I didn't grow up an N64 kid. So
I learned most about the stuff in the AVGN's review and Proton John's LP.
Yeah.
That's where I've learned the most about it so far.
I know I do have. If I ever get the chance to pick another like N64 game, there's another racing game I have in mind that I think would be pretty interesting to do. Like I actually know what I would want to do. So.
That'd be.
What would it be? It would be San Francisco Rush.
Oh, the first one?
First one. I mean, there's
nice.
like 3 of them, so.
Yeah.
And
I played a
good,
lot
so.
of 2000. I played a lot of 2049.
So yeah, I grew up with 2049, but that would have been because I had a Dreamcast as a kid, so I played the Dreamcast version. Still have that copy.
I had a lot of fun doing the ghost races in there. Back then I always did ghost races. I just found them fun to do. And then at one point I discovered you can put 3 ghosts in F-Zero X too, and I had a lot of fun with that. And then GX you could put up to 5 at once. Now that was a blast. And then I discovered Trackmania Unlimited.
Oh hey, Trackmania. Yeah, I played a little bit of Trackmania because my dad put it on my computer a few years back. Then my friend only gifted it to me as like a late birthday gift not too long ago. So now it's not the latest Trackmania Turbo, which I really want to play, but it's still a Trackmania game.
This just occurred to me. I wonder if these courses, Big Blue, were actually named after the computer that bested the Grand Chess player of all time.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
It would be one heck of a inspiration, but just a crazy coincidence. Bye, world!
Yep, you both went out, so everyone just focuses their attention to my screen. I don't know. Actually, I don't even remember if I got through this one or not. I can't remember. I know I retired out of at least a couple of them.
Yeah, I think once we died, you automatically won.
I have a feeling. I think. Well, now that Redemption's Edge's results are vacated because and basically any of them that he beat because I crashed out. If I crashed after you guys, means that it goes to me instead of him because Okay, no, I did not crash out of that one.
I think there was always someone that made it to the end. I think.
Yeah.
Not beyond that.
But yeah, it was mostly only the first. It was mostly
even if there wasn't, there would still be a winner for that.
Yeah, you'll see by this point. It was mostly only the first cup that I had most of my experience with, and then after that I was mostly going in blind. But I still did fairly well, so.
Some of these next tracks get pretty dangerous. This is probably the first track right here that's really dangerous of the, well, look at the subtitles, it says Danger Steps on top of that.
Speaking of card games, I really hope one day I can coax Paris into racing me in Gran Turismo because I was surprised the fact that he actually played that. I never thought he would, but he did. And now that's making me think, you know what? Me and you, Paris, we gotta go one-on-one. Or if there's more people, great, but if not, then I guarantee you, I'll hand you your ass. I'm very cocky when it comes to that game because with that game I can actually back it up.
Haha, nice. There's speaking of more racing games, I changed cars. Neat.
Yes.
Mario Kart is another racing game I love to play a lot, like crazy. Though there's this one Mario Kart moment that will beat out all the other Mario Kart moments ever. I don't think it'll ever be beaten. I took part in this tournament that had 8 GameCubes all hooked up for Mario Kart Double Dash.
Oh, okay.
There's something similar that happened.
Double Dash, but I haven't played it yet.
There's something similar that happened a few years back at a Con Bravo event. They had this Mario Kart session. They had like a Mario Kart session, which was where they had, and I think it was mostly because Mario Kart 8 just came out around that time. So they had all these Mario Kart setups. They had, of course, this original Super Mario Kart. They had Mario Kart. Oh yeah, nice. I crashed out of this one. I remember. There's Mario Kart 64. Yep, there we go. See, I barely missed it.
Yeah, you got out of the detection zone pretty much.
Yeah, there was Mario Kart 64, and then there was Double Dash, there was Wii, I think Super Circuit was also there, and then there was also Mario Kart 8, and I played the hell out of the Double Dash one they had because it was 4 players, 4 GameCubes all hooked up together.
Oh, yeah.
It was
love that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Double Dash is still my favorite Mario Kart, personally.
My second favorite is Mario Kart 64.
I'd say for me it goes Double Dash followed by probably 64, then DS. DS one's really underrated in my opinion. Then Super Circuit.
My current favorite of all time is Mario Kart 8.
I haven't played Mario Kart 8, so I can't say nothing about it.
It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm time trialing, I would probably have to go with Double Dash. If I'm playing multiplayer, I think I have to go with Double Dash again, with 64 like right behind. If I'm playing against the AI, 64 because I like doing Game Shark codes to have some fun.
Oh, I'm huge with. Well, the thing with me is I want to get like a Wii, get like Nintendo, and then get like there's like a thing where it's like you can get like an action replay loader or something. You can get like the older action replays to work on the Wii.
Alright, guys, that's it for Queen Cup. Catch us back next time for King Cup. Later, folks.
Goodbye,
Bye.
ladies and gentlemen.